Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to answer the question, do I have anger issues with video games? See, here's the thing. I ain't gonna say I have anger issues with all video games because there have been times where I play video games and I'm like, man, that game was really fun. I enjoyed myself playing that game. One game I can think of in particular where I had a lot of fun with it was Spider-Man 2. That was a video game where I'm like, man, I just wish that I could experience that game again because man, it was an amazing game. Like there ain't too many times I feel like when developers they make a game and then it's like, wow, like that's actually good. That's actually solid. I feel like a lot of games nowadays they're designed to stress you out. They're designed to upset you. And it's crazy to me where it's like when I think of video games, I think of like, okay, this is supposed to be a stress reliever. I'm supposed to feel happy when I, play this video game. Fam, I'm playing Forza last night. And tell me why the car had spun me out, like one of the NPC cars. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're racing worse than people that play online. Like, there's some people that play online where it's like, yeah, they'll do that type of crap. But I'm like, that's how you guys are playing right now. That's why I'm playing single player, so I don't have to experience that. I'm telling you, that's just a Forza thing where cars be wanting to drive out in front of you. They want to act like they don't want to let you pass. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, I feel myself getting angry. So, Forza, yeah, they have their issues. The one game, it was just like Outpost, Siege, something. It was like some like one of them like tower defense type games. But anyways, I play that game, get a little distance in it, ended up ending the stream, went back to play it the other day. Then they had me pretty much start the first mission all over again. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not starting the first mission all over again. It's like I got to a certain part of that mission. The game should have auto-saved after I took out waves of enemies and stuff. Why do you have me doing this stuff again? No, I'm not doing that. Played League of Legends today. And so they have it where I get through the tutorials all decent and cool and all that stuff. Get into an actual game. They talk, and then the camera wasn't working properly. And I'm thinking to myself, why is that? Why is that even a thing? Why did like all of a sudden the controls change when I'm when I start actually playing the game? To me that didn't make any sense. So I ended up ending that, and I'm like, nah, bro, I just don't get the idea of playing a video game and it's supposed to it's supposed to relieve your stress, but the game is designed to upset you. I don't even want to talk on Elden Ring. I was like, that's a game where I'm like, I have no desires on playing that game again. And it trips me out when I see videos. The one guy just recently had his goldfish beat, like I think it was like the last like boss or something in Elden Ring, and he did it where it's like it was something that captured the movement of the gold. Did I say jellyfish or goldfish? If I did say jellyfish, I meant to say goldfish, but it captured the movement of the goldfish, and then that's what it like had the character doing the game. And I see people beating it with a Dance Dance Revolution board thing underneath their feet, and I'm thinking to myself, here it is, I got a $200 and something PlayStation 5 controller, and I got me a decent keyboard, and I still couldn't even get through the first boss. And they're like, oh, you gotta go and get this sword, you gotta do this movement, you gotta do this. I ain't trying to do all of that. I'm just trying to take this boss out and continue on. My thing is this. I think I would be more open to the idea if they had it where both me and the boss both had same like type of like a health thing going on, where it's like, okay, you do a hit on me, and then it's all like, and it takes away like a small little bit of my health, not half my health, and then you hit me another time, then it took the other half away, and I done died. Now I gotta do the mission all over again. I'm not trying to do that. That type of stuff ain't fun. One game in particular where they did kind of do some stuff like that was Generation Zero. But at least in Generation Zero, they did have it where it's like if you went back in that same area, I guess after you, so this is what Generation Zero actually did. They made sure of it that they gave you the upper hand. Yeah, I remember they did kind of decline it a little bit because they felt like, oh, you just having way too much of an advantage. We do want to make the game challenging. But anyways, so for those that don't know what Generation Zero is this game where they got you killing off these like monstrous type robots robots and stuff. Like, they got like these dog-like robots that shoot guns at you. They got these like medium-sized robots that they can shoot like a bunch of different stuff at you. And then they got these big old giant ones that shoot like missiles at you and stuff. It's a crazy game. Like, if you guys haven't, definitely go play that game. I have a lot of content of myself playing that game. So yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, matter of fact, I might just actually play that game again sometime soon, because it's a solid game. It's one of those games where I'm all like, I can play that game for hours. And actually, yeah, I've had my moments where I've been a little stressed out with that game, but at least I was able to get through it. At least I was able to beat that game and stuff. So yeah, Generation Zero though, it's a solid game. I definitely recommend y'all go check it out. But anyways, but no, like, so if they did have it where you were going up against an enemy that was a little bit tougher than you, they gave you a gang of ammo, they gave you the option to put it on single shot only, they let you know what area of the robot to shoot, what are some other things. Oh, they gave you a bunch of like health packs, adrenaline shots. Like, they made sure of it where it was going to be a fair fight. Yeah, the enemy was going to be a little bit stronger, but you were a little bit more tougher and stuff. So you were able to like get through the enemies, especially if you were strategic in that game. Yeah, you know, that's how you have to do things. But it's like Elden Ring, you can't be strategic. You can't hide in a building and then take like shots. No, you gotta just straight up just fight whatever it is, just out in the open. You can't hide, you can't take cover, you can't do nothing. You just gotta fight whatever it is that you gotta fight and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like the fact where it's all like, if you, my thing is this, I done paid however much money on this game, I should be able to play this game however I want to play it. I should be able to get through whatever boss I want to get through. Especially if I just, that's like, but my thing is this though, that's like you going and, like renting out, or not renting out, but you go and subscribe to, Netflix, but every time when you go and watch a movie, you gotta solve a Rubik's Cube. Or if, yeah, you trying to watch the next episode of, Stranger Things, you gotta solve a Rubik's Cube. Or you gotta go up against an arm wrestling, champion. Or you guys somehow, some way defeat the whole bloodline at WrestleMania or something. You see the point that I'm trying to make? It's like, you got me doing all this extra stuff, and it's like, fam, I'm just trying to get straight to the point. You know, yeah, I'm not saying I'm just trying to like cut corners in the game and not do nothing, but it's like, my thing is this, if you're gonna put an enemy in front of me, fam, have it where I didn't buy a game to have it where the enemy has the upper hand. That to me just doesn't even make any sense. Why would I play a game where the enemy is gonna have the upper hand? And I know there's going to be a lot of people are like, they going to try to defend that. I'm like, fam, there ain't no defense for that. All I'm just trying to figure out is why do I feel like that the game is helping the enemy more than they're helping me? That's what I'm trying to look for, a legitimate answer on that. I'm not trying to look for, oh, well, let's just give out a statement. Well, what we're trying to do with the game is have it. No, you guys, my thing is this. If you come out with a game, excuse me, if you come out with a game, and your average player, your casual player, they can't beat that game because they done came across some boss. They done came across, and let's not even talk about the games that's like glitchy, buggy, don't work, has all these different issues with it. Let's not even talk about those games just yet. Let's talk about the games that do work. Let's talk about the games where they do. Then games that work, but you can't even get through it. Fam, what's the point of playing it? Like, honestly, though, my thing is this, because if I come out with a video game, I want everybody to play it, all right? Just bear with me. I'm gonna get to my, the answer to my question at some point in time in this podcast episode. It's probably gonna be at the very end and things, but anyways, but my thing is this, if I'm making a video game, I want the audience, the people that are playing the game, I want them to feel like that they are a professional racer. You know, if we're talking a military game, I want you to feel like the top tier soldier in the story of whatever story is being told and things. If we got you out in a forest fighting all these different mythical creatures and things, I want you to be the most dangerous person in that forest. I want you to feel like a champion when playing this game. Not on some stuff where it's all like, oh, I play this game and I'm playing it and I can't get through nothing. So now what do? I don't want people to feel that way if they're playing my video game. That's why when that day comes, when I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get into video game development, I'm going to work on my own stuff, I am going to make sure of it. I don't care how long it takes, but I am going to make sure of it, that it is a properly working game, and that all audiences that play the game, whether you're a casual player or a professional player, my thing is this, I want everybody to feel the same way when playing the game. So my thing is this: if you're a casual player and you're just wanting to play the game for the fun, for the story, I'm gonna make sure I have a bunch of, you know, a whole lot of a story. Because with me, I'm like, fam, with storytelling, I'm like, that's something where I'm surprised I haven't gotten into video game development. Because I'm like, with the amount of stories that I'll be writing and stuff. I mean, if you guys haven't followed me on Storyfire, I be coming up with some stuff, and I'm all like, wow, like right there on the spot. So I'm all like, yeah, story. I'm gonna definitely make sure of it. Where it's all like, no, it ain't gonna be on some stuff where I'm gonna make sure of it that I hold you guys hostage for 2 hours and 2 weeks. So therefore, at that point, you can't even get your money back. No, I'm gonna make sure of it that you get your money's worth. Like you're playing the game and you're like, wow, that story was insane. Like, no, what? Like, nah, TMoss, you got the TMossBoss, you gotta tell me what happened. Like, nah, bro, I can't wait for the next game. I gotta know what's gonna happen and stuff to whoever it is that the game's based off of and things. But yes, I am going to come out with a game where it got a good story, where it has a lot of gameplay. Again, mentioning Spider-Man 2, they had you doing a bunch of different things in there. So like, let's say if I'm coming out with a military game, I'm gonna have it where it's like, okay, if you suck at using a sniper rifle, I'm gonna have it where there's a training, like, yeah, it's just training on all things, where it's all like, okay, they have it where it's like, it's a I think that actually would be a solid, I should come out with a military video game, because I got some ideas, bro. But anyways, no, it's like, let's say there's a mission where you gotta be like a sniper on top of a building and things. So it's like, okay, if you are going to struggle with that mission, then it's recommended you go back to the military base. Because I think I see myself coming out with an open world video game. So I would definitely have it where it's like, you're free to do whatever you want to do the mission however you want to do it, hide wherever you want to hide. If you want to do 360 no scopes and do some John Wick type stuff, you very well can do that. If you want to hide on top of a building and be sniping off people, you very well can do that in the video game. But if you suck at a sniper rifle, I am going to make sure of it that there is some sort of training exercise that allows you to be like, oh, okay, I could get through this no problem and stuff, but it's like, yeah, and it's just like, if whatever weapon you feel comfortable with, if you want to tone down some things or turn up some things, do whatever you want to do. But my thing is this: I want you to have fun with my video game. I don't want you to be stressed out. I don't want you to feel angry when playing my video game, so if it's a racing game and you're all like, oh, I want to feel like a champion and stuff with playing this racing game, yeah, I have it where it's gonna seem like it's some neck and neck racing, have all this crazy catastrophic stuff be going down in the racing things, maybe have a car spin out in front of you, but it's gonna to give you some time to turn, maneuver around the car or whatever the situation is. But my thing is this: I'm going to make sure of it that I make an interesting racing game where it's like, you play that game and you're like, wow, that was amazing. No, I felt like I was like at the movie theaters watching a movie or something. Like, no, I gotta play more of this said racing game and any other different types of games out there. But I'm gonna make sure of it that the game is working properly. You actually have fun with the game. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I be getting so upset with video games, because a lot of the games, it's either a game is designed to stress you out or it's not designed at all. It's like, oh, all the other extra stuff that's gonna make the game into a full video game, that's not gonna come out until later. Fam, I'm not trying to wait until next year, the year after. There's some games I've seen in early access for 10 years, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not trying to wait 10 years to get a full video game, and then you guys are expecting, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not waiting that long. I'm expecting a video game right here, right now, with its content. Yeah, you guys do DLCs, then okay, cool. But I'm like, fam, if there's content that's supposed to be in the video game that's not in the video game, that's not going to make me want to play that video game. So I have to say that's one of the main reasons why I be having anger issues with video games, because a lot of the game, when I think of video games, I think of games that I played growing up, where it's like, it gave you a lot of different content. I feel like the only game that I played nowadays where it felt like a full video game, where I'm not even asking, I wish that there was more content with the game, but I'm like, the game itself, the original game itself, it already had a lot of content. But going right back full circle to Spider-Man 2. I'm like, that game they had it where you played as Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Venom, Mary Jane. I'm trying to think if they had you play as somebody. If they probably did have it where you can play as somebody else, they probably would have added that in there. So I'm saying they have it where you play as you play as these different characters. They all get their own different abilities and stuff. Venom was probably the best thing about that whole game. And I just gotta look that up real quick. Insomniac Games making a Venom game. Look, even other people are searching it up. Yes, Insomniac Games is making a Venom game titled Venom Lethal Protector. This is expected to release in fall. That's next year. The game will be a spin-off and will primarily feature players as Venom, according to a YouTube video. The game may be a standalone AAA game that could lead to Marvel's Spider-Man 3. Some say the game may have a similar launch price to Miles Morales and could cost $49.99. See, that's crazy. That's crazy where it's like, and people know how fun, and I'm telling you, if they got you doing a lot of different stuff and then you just get to play as Venom and I'm telling you, because one game I can think of where it was like that, where I could just only imagine the amount of destruction that is going to be in that game. Probably ain't a whole lot, but I feel like it's going to be a decent amount. But I remember when they came out with the Incredible Hulk video game, and they had it where you was just playing as the Hulk non-stop, bro. That's a game. I haven't played that game in years. I wonder the Incredible Hulk video game, because that's a game where I'm all like, bro, I would love to play. Oh, they've released that game on the 360? No, what was the one where it was I don't think that was it. Was it? I feel like it wasn't. I feel like they came out with another one. Hold on for a second, because I don't think Hulk the Incredible. Wait. The game was influenced by the previous Hulk title, The Incredible. Yeah, the Ultimate Destruction. Yeah, there we go. That was the one. That was the one where I was all like, fam, I was playing that game day and night. When could I? They got it on Amazon. When would I be able to? Man, I'm telling you, if there was a place that were to have that game available, oh man, that retro store, if they were to have this game, I'm telling you right now, man, I will be playing that game day, and I might just go to that retro store here sometime soon, because I'm like, bro, I would love to play that game again. They did have like that original Hulk game. I remember playing a little bit of it. I should play it for old time's sake, or like try to get in things, but yeah, that game, Ultimate Destruction, the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, that was a game where they had you doing, like, they had you actually feeling like the Hulk. You know what? The funny thing is, I never did beat that game. The reason why is because I was so caught up playing as the Hulk. So that's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, if you have it where it's like I can play a game and not just play it where it's like, oh, okay, just do this one thing and then get it over with. No, but I'm saying I'm playing the game and actually having fun with it. There's absolutely nothing that can be like negatively said about that game. But when you start doing some stuff to a game where I didn't even ask for it, or you then took away some things, or you're just, nah, bruh. Overall, if it's going to be a game that's going to stress me out, I want no parts of it, alright? And that's what I find myself doing a lot of the times, where if a game, if I feel like I'm getting myself stressed, I ain't going to sit down and play that game for a long period of time. But I'm saying, I'm like, there has been times where I'm like, I'm firmly grasping my controller, trying to keep myself from throwing it, because I'm like, I don't think you guys understand, this game is not helping me reduce my stress. So I'm just saying, if you guys are going to come out with a game, come out with a fun game, not some game where it got to be over the top challenge and all this other extra stuff. So if y'all be wondering why I be getting stressed out with games, everything that I just said in this podcast episode should answer your question. All right. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.